Hi and welcome to Christ-like Studios. Today I'm going through the best all new features that were added into the latest update of Vinci Resolve. With that being said, let's dive in. Wait! Before we start and you go ahead and download Vinci Resolve 20, you need to know it's still a public beta, so it might have a few bugs. Anyways, let's dive in. Okay, now let's start with the small features that will make your editing experience that much better. Firstly, when you create a new project, it now asks for a location to save the project files. You can change the location by simply tapping Change Location. You can now view your source tape by going to the top and pressing on this button. This will show you all your clips combined into one big timeline. This is great for quickly finding the clips you need in your projects. There are also a couple of new effects, and one of them is a transition called Smooth Cut. In Vinci Resolve, you can go to Effects, search for Smooth Cut, drag it onto your timeline, and it's as simple as that. There are a couple of settings you can change, such as the mode, the curving, and the easing in and out. It's a pretty cool effect, but there is one more, and that's multi-text. Multi-text is also a cool effect. It's sort of like a text-only version of a compound clip. It lets you have multiple text layers in one. Another new feature associated with text is text wrapping. This feature is extremely useful, especially if you're doing credits. Basically, it creates an invisible box around the text. So when you write, the text no longer goes off screen because it's in an adjustable, invisible box. Very useful. And I'm probably going to end up using it a lot myself. Now that we've discussed little new features, like effects and source tape, it's time to talk about the big changes, like the KeyFrames Editor. Before this update, you had to edit your keyframes in a tiny space underneath your clips, which was fine, but not the best. Now you get a whole window that can even expand by pressing a button. This KeyFrames Editor comes packed with awesome new features, like the Curves Editor. In the KeyFrames Editor, in the top left corner, there's an icon. If you press on it, the Curves Editor pops up. This is really cool because it can be used to make your animations less robotic and much faster. There is a new UI when editing vertical video. This new UI can be super useful for those who like to edit their short form content in Vinci Resolve. Once you get rid of the inspector, you can press this button and boom, you can clearly see your vertical video now. The last feature of today is the new and super easy to use Voiceover UI. This new UI is simple and quick. To find it, go to where the timeline view options are usually, and where the new keyframe tray is. To the immediate left is a voiceover icon. This tool is especially good for those who like to narrate their video after editing. Anyways, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing. I hope you have a great rest of your day and see you next time.